Hello everyone, we are back with Glen Velvet Reviews here, and I just got I got plastic PEX parts, elbows. I got plastic that I'm gonna install instead of using this. I got my clips to install it, my 1/2-inch clips, as you can see, 1/2-inch crimp rings that I got, so I'm gonna crimp those on as well. Now these are made out of copper. But these are not going to go inside my fish tank. These are not going to go anywhere near the fish tank. They're going to be on the outside, as you can see. So I shouldn't have a problem with that. It's just that... Oh yeah, so I shouldn't have a problem with that. So I'm going to build that. And I'm going to build one of these again, is what my plan is pretty much I just got to build one of these that I can use to fill up my saltwater fish tank. If you saw my other videos, how I made this, or I made it before, as I showed you, this has brass on it, which I was not thinking properly, but the water is running through this brass and then going into the fish tank. So as the water is passing through here, it's breaking down the brass, which is made of copper and zinc. And stupid me wasn't paying attention that I made it out of brass, because I thought that since this is not in the fish tank, I would have been fine, but it's, guess what? It is, the water is running through here, so you're putting copper into your fish tank, and that's why all my invertebrates are dying, because I'm finding traces of copper in there, and they just keep dying on me. So I got this stuff. I'm going to make this out of plastic instead, is my plan. And then I got the crimp rings right here that I'm going to make. This is just to fill up my tank, as I showed you before. That's all I use this for, so it's just temporary, so I should be fine to make it out of plastic and just have the copper rings, because the copper is not going to actually be dripping inside the fish tank, so I should be fine with that. So let's break these open. Let's cut this out. First, we're going to cut this. Okay, that's off. Take that off. Let's get this off. Yeah, so you could see all the corrosion that kind of happened. See what I mean? So you could see the corrosion that's on the brass and stuff like that. So that was all going into my saltwater fish tank. So that was bad news and bad decision on my part. So don't make don't do what I did, and be a little bit smarter than that. So this I'm going to keep for the, I can use the fittings and I can reuse them later at a later time. So I can reuse those fittings. So let's get this going and make our own little setup here. So we're going to need 2 of these, right? 1, 2. We're going to need 2 of these elbows, right? We're going to need 4 of these, which I already have right here, so I'm not going to open up that bag. So I got 4 right here, which are fine. So I got my crimp rings, I got my plastic elbows for the PEX, then I got my little kit right here that I'm going to use. You want to make sure all your fittings have very nice clean cuts, so it does a nice clean seal for you. So let's cut this off, because I don't like the way that looks. There's green in there. Okay, so I don't like that green, so I cut that green out. So now there's no more in that. Okay, so we cut that out. And let's put this thing together. Let's get the fittings going on here. All right, I found my PEX fitting. This is what I use. I get this at Home Depot. It's a Apollo 1/2 inch by 5 foot, whatever. So this is kind of what I got. So I'm going to use this. I guess I'll just make it similar to this size. Alright, so let's make this about the same size, because I didn't have problems with it being this size, so we'll make it about the same thing. So right here, make sure you get a nice clean cut. Okay, that's 1. Now I want to try to make these as close as possible. This way it works. sorry, I want to make these as close as possible right here to make sure this can sit on the side of my fish tank while it fills up and it doesn't fall out anywhere. See how this is nice and small? So hopefully I can get it to the same size as this, because this works fine. This little loop, I just hook it right over into the fish tank and fill it right up so I'm not making a mess everywhere. Alright, so let's get this cut and put on. Okay. Alright, so we got everything cut. Let's get this going. Let's get this thing made. So we're going to put this on first. Slide it on as deep as we can go, because that's going to be this part right here. Let's put the ring on and crimp it on. Oh, I guess they give you all these things to know where to crimp everything. See it? That's pretty cool. Oh, okay. So they give you these little lines on here to help you know exactly where to put your crimp ring and exactly where to put your pipe. So you get the measurement that you need pretty much. It's pretty much almost dummy proof, so you can't really go wrong. So that's what I'm doing right here. Let's crimp this on. I got this crimper off Amazon really cheap for people that, you know, don't want to spend the money. Okay, it's on. Let's crimp. Now we're going to crimp. All right, we're crimped on. So we are crimped on. That's nice and tight. That's not going anywhere. That's squeezed on there perfectly right there. There we go. So that's what it is. So now we're going to start doing this part. All right, let's get these rings on. So we're going to get these rings on like this. Put this on like this. Squeeze that in. There we go. It's a nice little tight thing that, see, I made my own little hook for the fish tank now, so I can hook it onto the fish tank and fill it up. So that's kind of what I did. Let's crimp these rings on. And you see how simple it is, and I'm an idiot and I'm doing it. So can't beat that. Okay. Crimped and on. That's it. That one's done. Next one. Alexa. Make sure it's lined up to exactly where you're doing it, because this is the last one, so you don't want to mess it up. Okay. Alright, I'm squeezed and I'm on. Here we go. So this is what it looks like. There we go. Built my little thing right here to give you an idea. Now you know what to build yourself. Do not use the brass that I did, thinking it was going to be okay, but it wasn't, so don't use that. And that's it. So this is going to be perfect for me. This is exactly what it looks like. So we're going to put this on here, put a little zip tie on here. There we go. So that's it. That's pretty much what it's going to look like. I'm going to get a zip tie just like this. I'm going to stick it right on there. I'll do that right now, actually. All right, so we're gonna zip tie this on. Now I don't have any pressure. This doesn't have any pressure at all. This doesn't have any pressure at all, so that's the reason why I can put this on here and not have a problem. Because this doesn't take pressure. If there was pressure, you couldn't use a zip tie. It would blow it out and it'd be water. You'll have a leak everywhere. So don't use it for any kind of pressure. I'm always monitoring this while I'm filling up my fish tank, so that's why I don't have to worry about it. So I wouldn't recommend that. So this is it. This is what I'm building to fill up my fish tank. Just to show you, this is made out of plastic instead of the brass, so it's safer for it. And that's it, to give you an idea. So that's about all I got for right now. That's about it for Glen Velvet Reviews. Thank you very much for watching. I much appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. I would love to know. Also, subscribe to my channel. Join me on my Glen Velvet Review adventure that I have, and reviewing products and everything that I do and everything I do in my tank or whatever to kind of help the community out. And that's it. So everybody be safe. Have a good one. Bye-bye, everyone.